Hello YouTube, this is Dimitri with the Bad Aces bringing you once again our gameplay of Total War Warhammer 2. So as you may know if you've tried to watch my first episode, actually 1 through 7, you know that there have been a little bit of an issue. So the deal was that I was actually trying to use my NVIDIA graphics card to record the gameplay while I'm streaming with OBS like you usually do, and the graphics card actually recorded in a weird format where basically the FPS got weirded out and desynced with my audio, so it was very difficult to fix, and I didn't want to use any other programs to kind of work around that. So I've decided to just upload the Twitch version onto the website. So unfortunately that quality was a little bit worse, and that's just how it had to be. So I'm gonna, what I suggested in that video, if you're coming in from YouTube, is that you should probably go ahead and have watched the first 30 to 40 minutes of that, and then jumped into this video where I'm gonna kind of catch you up as to what happened. Honestly, I said it was 27 turns, but it's actually 35 turns, but it's not a big deal. Honestly, not a whole lot happened. We started over here in our capital of Lothern, and this kind of pass is pretty much defendable by this city. So these walls are actually part of this city. And because it's part of the city, we actually get some cool benefits, like you can't use siege equipment to siege the city, which I think have kept us really safe. But regardless, we had a pretty good army, pretty much off from the offset. And I kind of made it my mission to take over this city, which was home, or one of the homes of the Dark Elves. And I just realized I didn't have my mic on for the Twitch stream, which is cool. Anyway, I made it basically a point to take this over. Luckily, he attacked me first, and I kind of pulled back towards my city and was able to take out his armies one by one, because he had one army coming down from above here and one from the side, from the east. And I was able to pick them off one by one, and was able to actually counterattack and take over the Tower of Listen. After that, I really tried to catch up my army so that I could siege the city here. However, once I sailed over here, he brought one of his big armies over here, and unfortunately, I had a very bad, poor retreat to back here. And both of his garrison and his main army was able to basically corner me into a fight that I really could not win. And I made some very bad mistakes in that game as well, but nevertheless, I think that fight would have been lost by me. Anyway, I retreated back, wasted several turns trying to rebuild my army, and that is when I actually unlocked the tech for my eagles over here. So the great eagles have proved very useful in my second fight, as I pushed out towards Angeriel this time, or Angeriel, I don't know how you say it, where you actually notice there's no walls here, whereas here you have walls, and I'm actually in the process of sieging this. So what happened here, you might notice, or you might not, because the banners are pretty similar, is that I don't have the city anymore, because my friend over here, who I thought was a friend, a high elf, came in and basically took it over, and I need to come back and take it over. But I'm figuring, since this city does not have walls, this is the more pressing matter, and might as well knock out the Dark Elves out of this universe, so to speak. So that we have a little bit of an easier time. And like I said, coming back here, I don't think is going to be huge of a problem. He just attacked my friend over here, so maybe I can use my friend to kind of counterattack here. Regardless though, the city does not have walls, so I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. So our economy is not very good because I kind of got the second army here. So I do want to kind of take these two cities over as quickly as possible and take this region over, because as you can see, I'm still fighting to get this region. I've spent a fair amount of time trying to get some of these high elves to be on my side in that last session, but so far none of them have really wanted to join my side. Well, I mean, they're on my side, we're trading, we even have military alliances, but they just don't want to be too good of friends. For some reason my camera is not showing up, so what I want to do here is really quickly try and fix that. I apologize. Yeah, it is not working for some reason. Alright, well, I'm gonna pause this time after 30 minutes just to make sure that everything works, and I will make sure that that camera is back on. I don't want to waste too much time here. So let's just jump right back in. So we have 2 more turns here until they start starving out here. But we're just going to continue the siege. Like I said, I'm really not pressed for time as much as I am pressed for money. And here I removed... Oh, that was my big mistake here. So I removed my war hall here because I was actually going to, because actually the city had a war hall and I wanted to remove it so that I could replenish my armies here instead of having to recruit them globally from here and them being higher cost. It worked out for a bit until he took me over, so pretty much my army is stuck being unreplenishable except by these two, which is actually more than I need. I do need some archers, but I think we're gonna cross that road when we hit it. I think for now, we just have to finish upgrading my very, very handy hero here, the Noble, which has got me a lot of experience and also a lot of very valuable influence points, which I'm in the process of trying to use to convert some of these guys into my side. So I think actually this hero has been so instrumental that I'm gonna go ahead and get an immortality because I don't want to lose it. So instead of losing this hero, like it being killed, if God forbid that would happen, which hasn't happened yet, basically I am going to have it suffer a wound and come back in a few turns, which is very good because you know, it's level 20. Don't really want to be playing with that. So what else do we need to do? Oh, okay. So I don't believe I have anything else to do because I'm out of money. What else do I have to do? Oh, I have to research. So I got the swiftness, which was the speed upgrades on my great eagles and the charge bonus on my great eagles, which is very, very, very useful. However, I'm running out of things to research here, so both of these kind of affect... No, this one affects archers, so I'm gonna go ahead and get militia training, which will hopefully improve my units even further. What else do I need? These guys, I'm just gonna pass the turn with these guys and end the turn here. So, the only unfortunate thing about playing a strategy game such as this and recording with 2 software programs is that it uses a lot of your CPU, and while I do have a decent one, it still, I think, drags out these enemy turns out quite a bit. Nevertheless, I think it's decently speedy, unless, you know, in later games it becomes very unbearable. I think we're going to keep these settings as is right now. I did turn down some of the shadow textures, but I doubt you guys were able to even like recognize them in the replay. I know me playing on a 4K monitor, I did not even recognize them at all. So all right, so they are breaking the pact with us. Our military access pact with me for some reason, which is very interesting because they just got attacked and wrecked over there, and I'm pretty much their only hope on this flank. So you know, we will see, but all right, so one more turn left on that.
You have my attention.
I think I'm gonna continue with my eagle. I don't have enough money. I just don't. So
Noble son of Ulthuan.
I really want to join this fight here,
Standing by.
but I can't. So I'm just gonna fly over there and hope that I can join the fight if need be, but I actually am not planning to, because all I'm doing here is basically starving them out. And we do have a population surplus here, so once we do take over these cities, some of these cities, I think we'll be able to use them pretty well to expand fairly quickly and start growing, because that's what I'm wanting. I want to start growing my empire. That's the whole point here, I guess. Maybe it's trivial, but nevertheless, we do have to start growing from this, starting area, basically. It's been 35 turns, and I feel like it's high time for that. All right, so let's see how much. So we're still,
there is glory to be won.
We're still like getting them out. So I highly doubt I will need this eagle.
What do you require?
So let's go ahead and come over here, and we are gonna do secure influence. Might as well use our money, because I don't want to recruit more, because then I will for sure slip into negative income there, and I really don't want to do that. So we're just gonna wait it out. His army doesn't look like it's replenishing too well, so we will certainly try and work with that. Just basically waiting for these guys to surrender now. We might actually meet them head on. However, it's not the greatest of ideas, because it will... See, he is retreating, so it might not be a terrible idea. But it will, inflict wounds on our armies, and that's certainly not something that's good when you're planning to attack another city right afterwards. I'm still in the process of figuring things out, like what this freaking vortex is over here. What the heck this is over here. What is this over here? Doesn't say. But there's plenty of interesting things that I feel like I will need to start discovering after I take over these two cities. So, raise or sack the following settlements. I failed that. I was trying to do that last session, but kind of in an unfortunate manner.
Alaria, Cain will be sated.
The dark elf intercepted me, even though I was going far away here, and
loyal to a fault.
I wasn't able to complete that mission. So now we can level her up again, or I think it's a her. Although the picture is really looks like a man. I think elves are just generally like almost unisex from the outside. So we can get weapon strength, we can get melee defense, melee attack, or leadership, which I think, honestly, leadership is not so bad, because in this case I'm going to be using her to lead my eagles into the fight, and I don't think that's too terrible. However, I do want that weapon strength, so let's go ahead and increase that weapon strength for her to actually become a valuable attack. So
you have my attention.
I don't have that much money, so I'm gonna pass and pass again, and skip a few turns here and there to basically try and take this city over with minimal casualties is what I'm going for here. I keep forgetting to do diplomacy because, reasons, but I think diplomacy is one of those things that you can't overlook especially if you want to. Oh, look, this guy for the first time is venturing out. You know, that is concerning, but he might actually help me, so we'll see. I hope he's not attacking me, because that would just be rude. And he's actually coming back. He's been running around quite a bit, so maybe, just maybe, my friend here will help me. Which is actually not necessarily a good thing, because if he takes over that city, there's no good way for me to take it over unless he becomes my ally, which has been fairly problematic so far. So,
Bring me.
all right, so we got defeat the following lord's army in battle, which is on the list basically, and we get not the best reward. For 4 turns we get leadership, which is after, you know, I defeat these guys, I'm probably gonna sit in on my position for a bit, and I won't need that leadership, so it's just gonna expire on me. Alright, so let's go ahead and offer some things. Why aren't you my friend? Whoa! Bro, you broke that treaty with me. Not me. Oh, I think she asked for help and I didn't help her. I think that's the problem here. So I think we're gonna have to pass on this. But let's actually go ahead and talk to this guy. Our relations are declining, but let's... Oh! The joint confederation is yellow. What if I offer you payment? I don't think I can offer anything else. Offer payment. Let's try this.
Misguided.
Okay, what if I first try to spice things up?
I lust for battle.
What if I first spice things up with you? And I realize this might be a bit of an overkill here, but maybe, just maybe, that will do the trick. Probably not, because I didn't see the actual thing go up. Yeah, so maybe next turn. So let's go ahead and actually try that. Let's go ahead and try to wait it out a couple more turns, and then hopefully we'll take over the city. And I think the plan from there will be obviously to finish this guy off, because he's just been annoying. And then depending on which enemies we have left. Yeah, see, he's gonna attack this guy, I think. Yeah. No, he's not. What is he doing? That is very interesting. I hope he's not gonna screw me over. Okay. Okay, so he added a hero to his army, which could be a problem depending on her level and things like that. But she doesn't have mounts or anything like that, so... So, looks like we gained a trait, which is campaign movement range is plus 3%, which is always nice when you get an actual beneficial trait. Alright, so carry out a successful assassination attempt against the following character. Ooh, that might be difficult, but we'll try.
Very well.
Where is my...
Ridiculous. Certainly not.
Where is my hero here? So
I
Tiara,
await your command.
let's go assassinate. Yes.
Daggers in the dark.
Ooh, that was successful. Successful wounded. And we've completed that mission. So Armor of Stars, uncommon, is a wonder. Mage Forge plate decorated with gems over a deep blue lacquer. Plus 4 armor. Ability, Armor of the Stars. So this is Armor of the Stars. It's hiding. Okay, cool. Although on her, not really that useful, so I might give it to my main guy. 80 or 67 seconds self-climbing, manning equipment, engaging in melee. Target is hidden, effective when flanking. Stalk spotted only very close range. Can move hidden in any terrain. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think this is gonna prove super useful for her in it anyway. So let's see if we can assign this to him. So it might be useful. I might need to find a better use for it. But I think ultimately, I think we're gonna just, yeah, we're gonna just auto-resolve this. I don't want to wait anymore. I want to get this. And like I said in last session, for the most part, I'm going to be fighting my battles. But when I can, I'm going to, well, not when I can, but when it's obvious, you know, I'm going to win, like there's basically no chance, I'm going to auto-resolve it.
This place
so obviously I'm going to occupy this city, and we have the cult of Exis becoming obliterated. So, and we got another leadership, so that's good. So he's gonna be very, very useful. And we're gonna just gather strength here, and basically from here on out, I think that was the hardest city to take over. So next turn we can start modifying it, and then afterwards we can hopefully take this last city over. And I forgot to do my diplomacy with this guy, which is unfortunate, but I think we're gonna be fine. Okay, I don't know what this guy is doing. He is worrying me though. He's just running around my undefended territory. Join war against. I mean, why not? I am really, so they are dark elves. These are dark elves. So I think that's a good idea, because for one thing, we want to be their ally. For another thing, we just want to eradicate all the dark elves, right? All right, so ensure the following building has been constructed: the promenade, which is it here? No. Rally fields. We don't need this, so we're actually going to dismantle this, and we're going to upgrade this to the last. Oh, actually, yeah, why not? We're just going to upgrade this to the last level. It's going to open up another spot here, and this thing, while we do need to upgrade it to the next level to maybe possibly get those dragons eventually, I think for now we are okay. We are just okay. So we did get some treasury bonus and influence bonuses, which are always nice. We got militia training, researched, and we're just getting a bunch of stuff. What is this? Quest issued. Have 2 white lions of trace units in the following lord's army. White Lions of Trace. I'm not sure what that unit is. And I'm not allowed to click on it, so. Alright, Ufulin's residents remain on edge. Tyrion's presence is a small comfort, but Asur have always been highly attuned to the magical eddies that assail the world, and all, from swordmaster to poet to humble cordwainer, feel the doom encroach as the vortex falls. Amidst this unease, the rumors of dark elves hidden amongst the populace persists, and that an assassination attempt on the Phoenix King and his foremost champions is imminent. It is fortunate that the world's best bodyguards reside on Ulthuan, in Trace to be specific. So he might actually be a hero in that case. Recruit a hero. Nope. Interesting. In any case, let's see. We have almost healed. So let's see if they don't heal here, unfortunately. But I think we have enough.
You may approach.
Units here, and with this guy I think we're gonna be fine. So I think we're gonna pass one turn here. We have leveled up, and this is my main guy, so let's do that. Let's do that. Let's increase our attack bonus for my airborne units. They have proven immensely useful.
Out of the question. Unwise.
Okay, I have trouble selecting that unit when she's behind that banner.
Useless. Not possible.
Cannot what? Cannot embed hero. This force already has the maximum number of units. Okay, that is interesting to know, because in the first Warhammer, I believe it didn't count heroes as units. So
Alariel's champion.
that will be interesting. That's unfortunate, actually. Very unfortunate, but I think we're going to be fine.
Direct me.
Okay, we do have to get another upgrade, so let's go ahead and... Actually, let's go and upgrade the horses. It's not a big deal. I don't think I'm going to be using the Lion's Guard too much, or the... what are they called? The Sea Guards? Forgot their name. I think I actually have some of them, so maybe that wasn't the best choice. But I think we're going to end up maxing out that little box of tech trees in any case, so I don't think it's going to matter too much. Alright, so... Okay, and we keep forgetting to enter into diplomatic relations with this guy, so... I'm going to need to remember that, so let's do this. Let's do this turn. First thing we do is we're going to do that, because we want to try and get him to join our confederation for sure. All right, so we did have whoa, we do have 2 white lines. So what was the white lines? Oh, okay, cool. So it was just these guys, which is good. So we got a lot of influence. So now we got to kill 500 enemies in battle, which is great because we're about to do it. We get 1500 there. Okay. All right, so we have a population surplus now of 2, which is not bad at all because we're halfway there, basically. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do that. I probably should have landed on the other side of this beach.
Lady of the Phoenix Court. Minay!
And I think I'm gonna have this.
I have much to teach them.
All right, so we can actually siege this right now. So this is a bit of a problem because, as you can see, the odds are not in our favor.
So we fight.
I think we're gonna encircle for now. This never added, so I think I'm gonna add that to there. And he's more than likely to ride out. He's more than likely to do that, so I wouldn't be surprised. However, I think we should still...
None shall live.
I think we should still be good, because I think that's this guy. Maybe he's still...
Ever vigilant. Onward.
I hope he's still in range, because if he isn't, that's going to be a rough time. That's going to be a rough time for sure. Let me very quickly go ahead and do what I was going to do.
Can I offer a
when the turn began?
chosen words and
we're going to try and join the conflict. Nope. He's not happy. He is not happy yet. So let's go ahead and make him even more happy with us, I guess. Let's
For Asturian.
Let's do that. And let's try to increase our relationship with this guy. He's not too happy with me. All right. So right here, I think I'm gonna pause and make sure that everything is working. So if you're still watching on Twitch, don't go anywhere. I will be back literally in a couple of minutes to just make sure that this is all working for my YouTube. So be right back.